Welcome back to the Benefit podcast, bringing you everything you need to know about living your best life. And we are well into season 2 now. And the title of this one, Motivation is Not What You're Lacking, is very, very appropriate because I think very commonly, one of the things that I will hear all the time from people that I speak to, from potential clients, from those that I jump on calls with, I just haven't got the motivation to do it. Whether that's the motivation to stick to a diet, to go to the gym, to whatever it might be, I'm lacking the motivation. It is not motivation that you're lacking. Let me explain what I mean by that, because here's an example of why it isn't motivation. If I was to take your children away, and don't worry, not in any sort of Prince Andrew kind of way, if I was to take your kids away and tell you that you could not have your children back until you achieved whatever the goal is that you have, whether it's to lose 10 kilos, 15 kilos, 20 kilos, whether it's to get six-pack abs, whether it's to do a photo shoot, whether it's to look amazing around the pool on holiday, whether it's simply just to be able to run around with your kids in the garden without getting breathless after 20 seconds, whatever the goal is, if I told you you are not having your children back until you achieve it, you would do literally anything in your power to nail every single aspect that you need to hit to make that change as fast as humanly possible. You would do absolutely anything to get those kids back as quickly as you can. That isn't because you're highly motivated as such. It's because you value that something more. And this is where linking becomes a really important thing, because even if you're not necessarily, like, if I asked you to write down like the top 5 things that you value in your life, and like getting quite deep with this stuff too, like most people, if they've got children are going to be number 1, the very top of the list that they value, and they would do absolutely anything for their children. Your partner might be second on that list. Maybe you really value your work. You know, maybe you are someone who really enjoys it, highly values it. I'm one of those people. There's not a huge amount that I wouldn't do to further my business, to help my clients. Like, those things are high up on my list of values. And even if exercise, keeping fit, staying healthy, getting a six-pack, having bulging biceps, having the tone, the definition that you want, even if those things aren't in that top 3, you can link that to them. So the example that I've just given you there, like your kids are the top number 1 priority, number 1 thing you value. And if you can create the link to them to say, you know, in order for my kids to feel like as proud of me as they should, in order for even for me to be in the kind of physical and mental and emotional shape that I believe my children deserve, I have to do X, Y, and Z to get there. I need to lose some weight. I need to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to the gym to make that happen. I need to be spending time in the evenings preparing my food for the next day. Those things become much easier to do when you link them to something that you value highly. You know, my partner deserves a better husband, wife, whatever it might be. Like they want me to be at my best. You know, they don't want me to be coming home from work tired, grumpy, slumping down on the sofa and not doing anything. You know, they don't want me to be that kind of parent to our children. Like, they want me to be energetic. They want me to be fit and healthy. They want me to be living a long life and a full life and a happy life. So again, if you can link those things, doing the necessary to get there becomes much easier. Even something like your work, where you might think, well, how on earth can I link fitness to my work? You know, I'm an accountant, I'm an architect, I'm whatever I might be. The way that you can link it is because you're going to perform better in that job if you take pride in you. You take pride in your appearance. That's going to improve your mental state. It's going to improve your physical energy levels, your patience. It's going to bring discipline and structure to your personal life that will carry over into your work life. It will carry with it a certain energy. You know, I put a lot of my former promotions that I was getting at work, there was no surprise that they were pretty well correlated to my physical self improving, because that boosted my confidence, it boosted my energy, it boosted my ability to do what I needed to do at work. I could work longer hours when I needed to because I had the energy. But even if I wanted to work like X number of hours because then I wanted to be, family man when I got home, I was more productive in those hours because I had more energy, because I had more clarity, because I had more focus. So it isn't motivation. Motivation is very, very fleeting. It will come and go at all times. The thing that you really need to dig deep and connect with are the things that you value. And once you know what the things are that you value, you can then create the links that mean that you'll do absolutely anything to achieve them. And if you've got any questions on that, if you're really, really struggling, you're not really sure what you value, you're not really sure how to create the link, you've got, goals for your physical self, your health, your fitness, but you just don't know how to get there, send me a message and let me know. Any of my socials at Ben Howard Fitness. You can email ben@benhowardfitness.com. You can pop a comment below here or on wherever you're listening to the podcast. Any way you want to get in touch, please, please, please do. I help people with this all the time, understanding who they are, what they want, and how we can create that link to make sure that fitness is a big, big part of that too. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your week. Enjoy your weekends, and I will be in touch very, very soon with another episode.